Hi everybody, welcome to Healthy Back Exercises for Seniors. And today's workout has 4 parts. Of course, we're going to begin with a warm-up, and that will involve the golden 8+2 exercises. Then we're going to move into trying to release the trigger points or the knots in our back by working on the fascia. From there, we're going to strengthen our back with 3 really popular and very cool, easy back exercises. And then finish off the workout with 1 stretch for the back that should do the trick. I hope you enjoy this, follow along, and you can try it every day to keep your back healthy. I don't know if you've ever had a tightness in one particular spot in your back, maybe your low back someplace. It felt like a lot of tension, and it felt like a little knot. And that would be your fascia, all the connective tissues surrounding your bones and muscles. that have, for some reason, tightened up and formed a knot. And they can't get enough oxygen when they're in that position, so you need to help release them by moving. And you could use either some kind of a racquetball, which is about that size. It's kind of hard, but it has some give to it. And this isn't a racquetball. This is one of my juggling balls that I got at the toy store, and it was about $7. But a racquetball would work, okay? You could use a tennis ball, but sometimes they're a little hard. If you don't have any of that, you could use a lemon or maybe a lime. The limes tend to be a little harder than the lemons, so it all depends. But you take one of them. Let's just try the lemon let's try the lemon. Let's try the lemon first, because I'm sure you guys all have a lemon. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the knot in my back. Yep, there it is right there. And I want to place that trigger point or that knot on the lemon and then massage it. I don't want to move so that the lemon goes near my spine. You won't find a knot in your spine. It'll be in the connective tissue, the fascia, or in the muscle. So I think it's about there. So I have to somehow get myself lying down so that I've got the lemon right on top. Oh, there it is. So notice my feet are flat on the floor. My legs are bent. And I'm going to put my head down and have a little rest. Right. So I've got the lemon right on the knot. And that's a good beginning, because the weight of my body pushing down on the lemon, which is pushing up onto the knot or the trigger point, should bring oxygen to that area and relax the fascia or the muscle. So I just practice deep breathing in this position. So I breathe in through my nose, my belly should come up, and blow out and suck my belly button in. Again, breathe in through my nose and blow out through my mouth. And one more time, breathe in through my nose and blow out through my mouth. That's part one. Part two is I'm going to raise my leg up on this side, because that's the side where the lemon is. And that causes a little bit more pressure on that trigger point. And then again, I'll breathe in through my nose. And out through my mouth. I guess Twyla wants to join us. One last time, in through my nose. And out through my mouth. I'll put my foot down for a sec. And the third part to the exercise is to move my body around so that the lemon sort of massages the trigger point. And the trigger point won't be very large. So I'm just going to lift my hips up a little bit to cause more pressure, and then just sort of move my hips to the one side, to the other side, down a little bit, and up. To the one side, to the other side, down a little bit, and up. Let me try that with one foot in the air. One side, other side, down, and up. And one more time. One side, other side, down, and up. And the foot comes down. I can take the lemon out, and sit up. And it never even cracked or did anything. In fact, I got the juices flowing in the lemon. I can use that on my salad or in my dressing, my salad dressing tonight for supper. Of course, I'll wash it. I want to try one more, just briefly, with my juggling ball to see if I can find another use for this. So Let me find my back here. Oh, up there's a trigger point there, a knot. So I'll try to get my body in a position where I'm lying on top of the juggling ball. My feet are flat, my legs are shoulder width apart, my head is resting in neutral. And you know what? This juggling ball isn't as hard as the lemon. It's still doing its job though. I take a deep breath in and blow out. Maybe I'll raise a leg and blow out. Maybe I'll just massage it. One side, the other side, down and back. You know, lift it out of there, turn on my side and sit up. It kind of worked, but for me, this was better. This was too soft. I like this. So if you have a racket ball, you can buy them. They're just little balls that kind of look like the juggling ball, and they're hard. Maybe this is the answer. And I think this would be, if you really, really, really weren't getting any relief from these two, you might want to try that. That's about the size of a racket ball or a squash ball, whatever they use in those two sports. I want to just make sure you understand that you have on either side of your spine in your back, from the base of your skull all the way down to your pelvis or your hips, you have the spinal column and then all kinds of supportive muscles. And they call that posterior chain of muscles in your back your erector spinae. And yes, they keep you from falling over. They give you strength. They give you flexibility. They do all kinds of things for you. And there's a whole lot of them there. But we're going to focus today on trying to make our low back, our lumbar spine, down here at the bottom. That's between the bottom ribs and the pelvis bone, the tailbone, down in here. Okay, that little section. So on either side of the spine, we've got a strip of muscles here and a strip of muscles here. And they're called the quadratus lumborum. Quadratus meaning there's kind of like 4 strips going vertical here on either side of the spine and 4 here. And lumborum is a fancy word for lumbar spine. So that little section in your low back is what we're going to be trying to make stronger. And we're going to do 3 exercises. You've seen them before. Let's see if we can remember how to do them properly. So the first one, we'll call it the weigh scale. It's one of Stuart McGill's, the famous back expert from the University of Waterloo, one of his. So you're going to lie down, relax your head, bend your legs, but I want one straight and one bent. The foot is flat on the floor here of the bent one. And this one that's straight, the foot is flexed, so it's not pointed at the toe, it's flexed. That tightens up your calf muscle. I want you to try to push your knee with your brain, push your knee down into the floor to tighten up your quads and your hamstrings. I want you to tighten up your bum on that side by squeezing it. Put your hands underneath your low back to maintain the arch, because we want to keep the arch through this. And then when you're all set and everything's tight on that side of your body, you're going to lift your head, just your head and a little bit of your shoulders off of the scale so that there's no register. The scale will be at 0. So you're pretending that there's a scale here. You could use one of those little blocks that you use in yoga, and that could be your scale, or a towel. But you're going to lift your head up about that much, about 2 or 3 centimeters, straight up. Your chin is off your chest. So one leg's bent, the other one is straight, everything's tight on that side of your body. You got your hands underneath your low back, and here goes, the head goes straight up a little tiny bit, and you go 3, 2, 1, down. Relax everything. Now this time I'm going to tighten everything up exactly the same way, but instead of counting 3, 2, 1, I'm going to take a deep breath in through my nose, and when I can't get more air in there, I'm going to blow out through my mouth, and that'll be my 3, 2, 1. So everything's tight, foot's flexed on the straight leg. Here I go, big deep breath in, I lift my head up a couple of centimeters, and my back, my shoulders I mean, just a little. So here I go with my breath. And then I put my head down. So I take the breath in as long as I want or as long as I can, and then I blow out, and then I rest. So here I go again, everything's tight. I forgot to do that right. Let me try it again. Everything's tight. Lift my head up, take the breath in, blow out, and rest. Okay, one more time, I'm going to lift my head up just a little bit. Keep my chin off my chest. Take a deep breath in, blow out, and down. And I would do that 10 times, focusing so I get everything correct. And then I'm going to switch sides. So the straight leg, foot is flexed. Everything's tight right up to my bum. Okay, ready? Lift up, take a deep breath in, blow out, and relax. Okay, tighten everything up, head up, deep breath in, and blow out, and relax. Turn over on my side, sit up. Have you got that? Remember, one leg is bent, foot flat, the other one is straight, foot flexed. Tighten everything up, push the knee down with your brain, tighten your bum, hamstrings, quads, calf muscle, everything's tight, hands underneath your low back, lift your head up a little tiny bit, and your shoulders a little tiny bit, nothing else. Legs stay right where they are, tight. And then take a deep breath in and blow out. Head goes down, rest for a second, do it again. You could alternate sides and get yourself up to 10 that way. Okay, strength exercise for your back number 2 is the bridge. So again, I get myself down on the floor. Either I have a towel or some kind of a pillow there, or maybe I don't need it. Make sure your head is in neutral. So you haven't got your chin way up, and you haven't got it way down. It's right in the middle. You're looking straight up above you. Good. For this one here, keep your arms at your side. Your feet are flat. Legs are shoulder width apart. So when you're ready, you're going to push your low back to a pelvic tilt into the floor, and then lift your hips up. And get them as high as you can, but you know what? Not too high, because you want your knees and your hips and your shoulders in a nice straight line on a little bit of an angle, right? So my hips are up. And when I get here, after I count 3, 2, 1, I slowly lower, my low back touches the floor, and then I relax and create the arch. So I'll do it again. So I'm going to push my low back into the floor, pelvic tilt. To do that, lift my hips up so that my shoulders, my hips, and my knees are in a nice straight line. Maybe I have to squeeze my butt to get them up a little higher, those hips. Okay, count 3, 2, 1, and then slowly bring your back down until it touches the floor, and then relax and create the arch again. But you know what? We want to incorporate our breath. So I'm going to take a deep breath in as I lift my hips up. And then when I have to blow out, I'll lower my body. As I go down, I'll be blowing out. So here I go. Big deep breath in and up I go. Relax. So pelvic tilt, lower back touches the mat. Big deep breath in. Relax. So I have an arch because I'm relaxed. When I'm ready, I'm going to pelvic tilt and low back touches the floor. Take a deep breath in. Into the bridge. When I'm ready, blow out. And lower my back until my low back touches, and then relax. And the third and final exercise is the 90-90. So I'm going to move back a little bit so you can see my legs. Okay, I'm going to try to sit up straight, and I'm going to take both legs. I'll take this one back first and put it in a 90 position at the knee. So it's 90 degrees between my upper leg and my lower leg at the knee. And between my lower leg and my foot, it's 90 degrees here down at the ankle. So 90 degrees there, 90 degrees here. Now I got to do the same with this leg, so I'm going to bend it so it's 90 degrees at the ankle and 90 degrees at the knee. Maybe out a little bit like that. Okay, so once I've got the posture, notice this arm, it's holding me up. Can I just sit there without using my arms? That's the first thing you have to find out. And you know what? That's really tough. So I'm going to use one arm for support. I'm going to present my torso, my upper body, over top of my inner thigh. So I'm going to lean forward. You can do whatever you want with this hand. I'm going to lean forward, bring my torso to my inner thigh. Keep my head in neutral and hold it there for 3, 2, 1, and then come back up and relax. So maybe I'll do the breath with this. Instead of counting, I'll go a deep breath in on the way down, and as I blow out, come back up. So it's like this. Okay, that's A part of the first position. B part is I'm going to grab a hold of my leg here and try to keep the knee as close to the floor as I can. So this leg that's at the front, it's going out to the front. I want to keep the knee down there, close to the ground. And then I'm going to lift the back knee up and then put it down. So I'm sitting here like this. Use this hand to push the knee down that's at the front. Don't let it come off the floor. And when you're ready, take a deep breath in, lifting the knee at the back, and blow out. Again, and blow out. And again, and blow out. Good work. Okay? So the 90-90 on that side. Let's try to get the 90-90 on the other side. So the back leg, get it in the right position. So it's 90 degrees at the knee and 90 degrees at the ankle. And this one too, 90 degrees in here where the tendons are, behind my knee, 90 degrees, and 90 degrees there. And then again, you want to try to see if you can sit up without holding onto the ground there with your hands. Boy, that's not as, I'm weaker on this side. There I go. Not very good posture up above though. Okay. All right, put the hand back down. Remember, you're presenting your torso to your inner thigh. Let's just lower it. See how far we can go. 3, 2, 1. Bring it back up. Let's try it with a breath. Breath in. keep moving. One more time. But for B part to this position, I want to hold on to my knee here somewhere with this hand and push down with this one. Keep this front knee on the floor. Okay, lift the back one. 3, 2, 1. Put it down. With the breath. It would be nice if I could do 10 on each side, but you know what? That's a lot of work for me today. So 3 is enough. If you can only do it once, hold on, push down, breathe. And then do the other side. Call it a day. And then tomorrow try it again and maybe get to 2 and then maybe to 3 and work up to 10. The final part to our workout today, it only involves one exercise called the quadratus lumborum. These low back exercises here. Stretch, the quadratus, the QL, stretch. And what I simply do is stand in mountain pose, you know, as nice and tall as I can with my chin sitting on a ledge, my chin pushed back into my head a little bit. My shoulders at the moment are down and relaxed. My hands are turned out. My feet are shoulder width apart, and I've got my toes in the bottom of my feet grounded into the floor so I don't fall over. I'm going to start with the QL stretch on this side of my body. So I'm going to raise up my arm so it's as straight as I can get it and as close to my head as I can get. And then I'm going to lean over this way a little bit. And then I'm going to twist my body a little bit. And that's the stretch. And not only am I stretching my shoulder, but I'm stretching my back on that side, especially the quadratus lumborum on that side of my body. So I'll straighten up again. Bring my arm down, just one more time. So you're going to stand in neutral, mountain pose, athletic stance. Keep your knees soft a little bit so you don't fall over. Okay, and then straighten up when you're ready. We're going to get into the position and then hold it. So get my arm straight, then I'm going to lean, pushing my hips that way, lean a little bit, and then a little bit of a twist. And then we just relax here and try to breathe deeply and enjoy the position. Notice my arm is straight. Notice I'm leaning. And notice I'm twisting. And then I'm going to untwist and unlean and lower my arm when I'm ready. I held it for about 20 seconds. That's a good start. You're going to work up to 2 minutes. You're going to time yourself and see if you can stay in that position for 2 minutes. And then you're going to do the other side. You can call it a day. So in this position, mountain pose, athletic stance, soft in the knee, right? Chin on the ledge, chin pushed back a little bit. Raise the arm so it's straight and straight over your head. Good. Lean and twist and hold and breathe. You should feel it right, especially in the QL on that side. It has 3 parts, right? You've got to have your arms straight up. You got to lean and you got to twist for about 20 seconds and do some deep breathing along the way. And then you can straighten up, untwist, and then lower your arm. Okay? The QL. stretch for your back, especially your quadratus lumborum on either side of your spine. Have a good day.